Hey guys, I'm here to do the taggy sort of thing, top 10 Tuesday, books off my shelf. I just recently watched Karen's video from OCD of books, and you know, this is really hard for me, considering like I just got a haul as well, and I also have a really large to-be-read pile, as you guys know, but you know, sometimes your book tastes change and your feelings change, and I think that it's a really good idea sometimes just to see what you have still reading and mix it up a bit. There's some books in my pile that I want to read all the books that I have, like all the books that I own, and I'm finding that the more pressure I put on myself, the harder it is to actually feel like reading. So I picked out 10 books, some are new and some are older ones, that I really want to get to. So I'll just get started. So the first book that I really want to read, that's off my shelf, is Never 18, which is about a boy who will not make it past his 18th birthday, but he's going to try. This is a 2012 contemporary book. It's very short. I'm actually thinking I might try and tackle it on the weekend. Yeah, I really want to get to it. It just sounds fantastic, actually. I might even start it tonight and see if I can finish it. I'm in the mood to read a lot of books at the moment, so I've got like 6 on the go at the moment, and I can't stop myself, so I really want to get this book read. I'm really excited about that one. Yeah. Then I really want to get stuck into the Evernight series. I know that Balthazar, I believe, is coming out this year, and I haven't read the Evernight series, but I have been collecting it since it came out. And I read Faithful by Claudia Gray, and I loved it, so I'm really looking forward to reading Claudia's writing. I believe this is her first novel, I think, so it'll be interesting to see what her writing style is from then to now. I don't think I need to go too much detail about this. This is pretty old, but it's I think it's about vampires. I may be wrong. I haven't really looked into it, really. I'm kind of leaving that surprise for myself since I've had it on my shelf for so long. And it's an interesting cover. I believe that I also had a second copy of this, but I gave it to my sister. I want to read Dark Lover. I want to read Lover Revealed, which is actually the 4th book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. I love this series. I'm collecting the whole series. These covers were the first ones that I bought, and they're a fair few years old. I think I'd go as far to say as they're about 5 years old, these ones. I'll just check. 2007. I can't count. But I got these a long time ago, and I got the reissued ones, but like the different covers, but I still like these covers, and I'm not going to get rid of them because I like them. But I really want to get to this. This one's like a really thick book, and I used to love reading those. So, and I like adult books, so yes. I mentioned this before. I stabbed it in my eye. I want to read Slave to Sensation by Nalini Singh. This book has been on my shelf for a while too, I think since about last year or the year before, I'm not quite certain. But I do want to collect this series if I like it, so I really want to get to it sometime soon. Again, it has fairly small font, and it's you know, 300 pages or so, and it's about it says, dive into a world torn apart by a powerful race with phenomenal powers of the mind and heart, and none of the heart. Sorry, of the mind and none of the heart. Yeah, it's about changelings and things like that. So that's fascinating. I'm trying to get into different books, like stuff like that. So love it. Then, of course, in my last haul, I hauled the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th book in the series, but I really want to get stuck into this series. This is an adult book, mass paperback. I can probably guarantee it's going to be a bit dodgy by the end of me reading it, but I'm really super excited about reading this. I love the first page, or first paragraph really, that says, "Digging graves is a hell on a manicure, but I was taught good vampires clean up after every meal. So I ignored the chipped onyx nail polish. I ignored the dirt caked under my nails. I ignored my palms rubbed, raw and blistered, and when a snapping twig announced David's arrival, I ignored him too." I don't know, that just captured me. So I'm really excited to read this book. The Pledge by Kimberly Durning. I have not yet read the Body Finder series, but I plan to read the first 2 books at least sometime this year. But I heard a few reviews about this book and I really wanted to get it, so I picked it up. And I am fascinated with this concept that this woman can speak every language, and it is pretty much a punishable by death punishment if you are seen talking to or even looking at people that have different languages other than your own. So this is a really fascinating concept, something I haven't really heard of before. And you know, it looks like it's going to be a really good read, and I'm really looking forward to this one. And also, Dearly Departed. I mentioned this before, so I won't go into too much detail, but I love the cover. This has got zombies, and it's sort of like steampunk inspired apparently, and it has everything that I feel like reading. But if I was not reading The Iron Thorn right now, I would be reading this, for sure, hands down. But I just don't want to get done. I don't want to read 2 books that are very similar at the same time, so whoops. This is definitely one that I'm going to be picking up very soon. So pretty. Then I would really like to get to Artichoke's Heart. I wanted to read it last year so that I could say that I read 2 books with similar titles, because that was just fascinating and funny to me. I read Artichoke's Heart, and I wanted to finish the year with Artichoke's Hearts. But much to my disappointment, I had too many books to read, and this one keeps getting put down in the pile. This is a very quirky, sort of cute book, I think, and it's about a girl finding herself around her family and going through all the, you know, usual things, and boys and babies, and it just sounds like a wonderful book to read. And I just love the cover. I could eat it. It's so beautiful, just so funky and cool. In the same token, I would like to read While You're Dreaming by Lola J. I love Lola J. I've read by the time you read this, I freaking love that book, and I also read her little book about writing. So I have to get all the books that I can find by Lola J, and this is one of them. I really want to read this book, like, so badly. I want to read all the books I have in my entire shelf, but I really would like to get around to this. I like catching up on my favourite authors every now and again, especially when I've only got a few of their books. I'm very into finding new authors, and this is what the lovely challenges I participate in offer, but I also like to go back to my favourites, or my new favourites, every once in a while, because I know that I will enjoy them, or at least I have a fair idea that I will enjoy them. And lastly, one that I really want to read too is Clarity by Kim Harrington. I have heard a lot of good things about this book, and I'm excited for Perception to come in my mailbox soon so that I can sort of sit down and read them. I am trying so hard to read the second books in series after I've read the first book this year, but I'm not sure if I can actually do the sophomore challenge. I'm gonna try. I'm going to give it a go, and if it gets to like November and I'm still not that far ahead with my challenge, I probably won't participate any longer, because I'm spending a lot of time catching up on first books, so we'll see. I really want to read A Million Suns, and that's the second book too, and I've already started reading it, so I'll probably read that soon. But this is about a girl who is a psychic, her brother's a medium, and her mother is a telepath, tourists love them, and yeah, and it's about her experiences, I guess. So that's my top 10 books I want to read off my shelf. They'll probably go back on my shelf and I won't read them for a while, but those are the ones that when I actually look at them, I think, yeah, I really want to read that right now. So I probably, maybe, you know, some of them might be in my March to be read pile, but yeah, I just got a lot of library books, so I really want to start getting to some library books too. Eventually I will get to the books, I know I will, it's just a matter of picking and choosing, I guess. I have my own private library, so, you know, don't know why I need to keep borrowing books, but oh well. So, yep, thank you guys for watching and participating, and thank you Karen for doing the video, and yeah, I look forward to hearing your responses. Bye guys.